Peace, love, and blessings, fam. This is the Sacred Empress Ali Taj, your melanated Mayan mystic with the Mayan moon energy for today, March 28th, 2024. So these are the locations where you can find me. Before we get started, please look me up on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I'm on Facebook as well. The Mayan Moon Mondays Facebook group is where you'll be able to link up with me via Zoom, and it also has my online store while I am working on my website. So let's go ahead and get started. We talk about the Mayan calendar, is better known as the token, the sacred calendar, known as the count of days. It lasts for 260 days. 20 signs, 13 tones or spirit energy, and it links to us because we have 260 days of a gestation period, 20 fingers and toes, and 13 joints. So we match along with the calendar very well. If we spend 260 days focused with us, we will be a new person on day 261. So the Mayan calendar is divination, prophecy, and it gives direction. So we always start with the year bearer, which gives us the focus for the year. We have the white overtone wizard. So we know that the sign is white. That means this year is about refinement. It means to make pure, organize, adjust, detox, get into the root. We are the white wizard. It's all about enchanting, receptivity, and timelessness. What are we saying to ourselves over and over again is really important. That's the vibration we're going to experience outside of ourselves. Being receptive, what are we receptive to? What are we attracting? What are we willing to have happen in our life? Timelessness, what are things that stand the test of time? What are things that we want to be timeless? And we have the overtone tone of radiance. This is the spirit energy that we're working on for the whole year from July 26th up until the 24th of this year. This year is about empowering ourselves. It's about taking authority of our life and speaking into existence what we want our life to look like and feel like, and we radiate. And so we have a light or a heat that's emitted from us that everybody will be able to see and feel. So the white overtone wizard is where we start first when we need divination, when we want prophecy, and when we want direction. So this solar tone or solar moon of intention is the ninth of the 13-month lunar calendar. It's all about being intentional. It's about having an aim, having a goal, having somewhere you want to go, going with the vibration that you feel right now and what you know you move on. Some ways that we can be intentional. We can set measurable goals. We can establish a daily routine. We can make a vision board. Now, I know a lot of people out here have vision boards. That's a way of moving intentionally. Declutter our space, monitor our mental health. These are things that we can move in a certain way about and be very direct in what we want and wish to experience. This energy has been around from March 7th up until April 3rd. So let's see how we can be intentional. How are you moving with intent this month? Put it down in the comments. So we have moved into the ripen or harvest cycle. It's a 52-day period that teaches us how to make harvest and manifestations and how to deal with harvest and manifestations. This wonderful period starting on the 26th of March is going to take us into May, and we have a blueprint that tells us how to harvest at any time. So you see the foundational four. We can do this in 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. It just depends on how ready you are to manifest. And so now we're in the current 13-day cycle of power of the red earth wave spell. This is the wave spell that kicked off the ripen or harvest cycle. It's very important that it deals with navigation, evolution, and synchronicity. And so you will never be able to harvest if you don't have a plan. You definitely want to have yourself as a vehicle or as an agent. You just want to move from one place to another. And with the navigation, with the place where you want to go, then this plan can evolve and it can meet with synchronicity. So, as you're evolving, as you're moving through your plan of navigation, you're going to evolve as a person. You're going to expand in growth and knowledge, and you're going to know where you are on your path because you'll have a reflection of synchronicity around you, which lets you know where you're going. So we definitely want to start with this red earth wave spell. It keeps us connected to the earth, keeps us grounded. It also has us deal with the matrix. And this particular definition of the matrix is about self regulating. And learning how to self regulate is one of the most important things we can do as people. It's the ability to manage our emotions and behavior in accordance with demands of things that are going on. You know, we always have stimulus, triggers, conversations, people that necessarily, that may necessarily set us off. And so self regulating means to take control of yourself, being able to resist being highly reactive to triggers and stuff, and to calm yourself down when you get upset, to adjust so you don't outburst and have tantrums. So self-regulation is a moment between when something happens and then when you respond. Hopefully self-regulation gives you a moment to take your breath, get your head together, and then respond with a plan. But this red earth wave spell is what initiates us into the ripen or harvest cycle. So today's Mayan moon energy for today is the blue electric storm. We know because the blue storm is blue, it's all about transformation. We can change form, we can change our cycle, we can have a metamorphosis. This is the day of change. The blue storm teaches us how to catalyze our energy in order to self regulate. So, um, the blue storm is really important because we motivate ourselves. It's about us getting ourselves together, getting ourselves in motion, working with our own energy, and then being able to power ourselves, then being able to give birth to different parts of ourselves. And we put that along with the matrix of self regulating, then we're really able to push our power forward um, with gusto, with a lot of oomph into it because we understand who we are. So, this blue electric storm lets us know that we affect things around us by how we're feeling, and we can make things happen of our own volition. So what do you want to power? What do you want to bring into existence that you never have before? Let's start it on a blue electric storm day. Some well-known blue electric storms are Big Boy, Tim Conway, Karen Black, Bob Sagar, Isabella Rossellini, and Jesse White, just to name a few. Now we're in today's electric tone of service. This is the spirit energy of being in service. And what we need to know specifically today, that who or what you bond with will activate a frequency within you that you will serve. So it's very important when we have the electric tone or spirit energy that we are aware of what we're connected to. and how that connection affects our lives, because what we are connected with, we will serve that energy. So we need to be very aware of what our bonds and connections and are, because that's going to determine how we move forward. Now, the two chakra centers that we're interacting with today is the crown chakra. The crown chakra connects us to everything. It teaches us how to accept everything and to surrender as well. So, radical acceptance, radical surrender, in order to move forward. Now, some crystals that we can use to tap into this crown chakra are amethyst, diamond, and clear quartz. The herbs and essential oils that you can use to tap into the crown chakra are lavender, clary sage, and violet. Now, although lavender is one of the most popular oils, I am really, really vibing with lavender right now. It has the power to calm us down, it has the power to amp us up, just depending on where we are. Lavender has a wide range of popularity, a wide range of uses, and I mean, I feel like I'm just getting started. And if I could only have five essential oils, lavender would definitely be one of them. What are your top essential oils if you use them? Why don't you put them in the comments? Let's talk about it. Now, the second chakra that we're dealing with is the root chakra, safety, security, being grounded, our ancestral lineage, where we manifest, needs to be deep rooted, and some oils and some herbs that you can use to tap into that root is clove, cedarwood, vetiver, cypress, and rosewood. Some crystals I would recommend are garnet, ruby, tourmaline, smoky quartz, and bloodstone. I'm also going to be working on my own roots spritz today, because the blue storm is my sign, and always having to feel, safe and secure from the root. I'm always just making sure my root is okay. So I'm going to assist myself with some root chakra oil. Today is Thursday. Thursdays are Jupiter days. These are the days we focus on our business, our luck, our success, our confidence, our investments, places where we want to expand and get to the good part. Thursday. Today the moon is in Scorpio. The moon is wine and giving, so we're still getting revelations and insights of where we are from the lunar eclipse, which is going to give us yield for up to 6 months. Scorpio lets us get to the deep parts, the internal part, the most personal and private parts, and going really, really deep, pulling things out. If you want to investigate, find out information, doing it when the moon is in Scorpio is a great, great thing to do. And again, we're in that wine and gibbous moon. So we are taking the light from that full moon, that lunar eclipse, and we are releasing the things that we no longer need. So some of the programs that I have is the Mayan Moon Calendar subscription. If you love listening to the Mayan Moon energy for today, the calendar gives us a day-by-day play of where we are. You get 4 weeks of the calendar. You get a PDF of the current spirit energy to work in. You must have a copy of the Mayan Moon calendar. It just really balances you and puts you back into remembrance of our wholeness. So we're working with the crown chakra today. The Mayan moon calendar does that all the time. It connects us to spirit. It connects us to earth. It connects us to the moon. Everybody should have one. Also, I do Mayan birth readings. Everybody has a place on the Mayan calendar, and so this allows us to find out where you are, what your superpowers are, when are your potentially deeply creative days and what days you should lay low, among other things. Mayan birth readings are awesome, especially if you're one of those people who have not been able to get an Western astrology reading because you need a birth time. Increasingly during these days, birth times are not being put on birth certificates. Even if you get a replacement birth certificate, your time of birth will more than likely not be on there. So if you know what your time of birth is, it's really, really important. But in terms of finding out who you are with a Mayan birth reading, you do not need your time of birth. So that's one important difference. When I'm not able to do a natal astrology reading, I will do a Mayan chart. But the Mayan birth reading gives you so much information that you definitely want to jump on that. Now on Mondays, I do Mayan Moon Mondays on Zoom. This is a donation-based program that gives you the ends for the week according to the Mayan Moon calendar and Grandma Moon. Especially important if you have a calendar. This gives you deeper insight on what's happening day to day. But definitely, if you're just interested and want to get a small deep dive, the Maya Moon Mondays are the place to be. Now, currently, I have the lunar solar eclipse reading as well. We have moved through the first lunar eclipse, and we are going to have a banger solar eclipse coming up for this new moon. The solar eclipse is going to be happening in my part of the world, so I'm pretty excited about it. But let's find out where you're going to experience harvest and where you're going to be able to plant seeds for new growth with your solar lunar eclipse reading. I am the Sacred Empress Alitash, a melanated Mayan mystic. These are the locations you can find me. Hopefully, you've listened to the end. If not, please listen to the whole thing. This is where you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Please find me all these places. I do talk about some things besides the Mayan calendar, although this is my great love. So hopefully I'll see you there. Peace, love, and blessings. I'm out.